Earth is surrounded by an invisible shield. You cannot see it. You cannot touch it. And most of the time, you never even think about it. But every second, this invisible force protects our planet from dangerous particles traveling through space. It protects the atmosphere. It helps satellites survive radiation. And it quietly shields life on Earth from the constant energy coming from the sun. This shield is Earth's magnetic field. Now imagine something impossible. One day, that magnetic field suddenly disappears. Not permanently, just for 24 hours. And then it returns. Today, we explore what would really happen if Earth's magnetic field vanished for one day. At first, almost nothing would seem different. The sky would look normal. The oceans would remain calm. Cities would continue functioning as usual. Most people would not notice anything immediately. But high above the atmosphere, the situation would already be changing rapidly. Normally, Earth's magnetic field deflects streams of charged particles constantly flowing from the sun. This stream is called the solar wind. Without Earth's magnetic shield, those particles begin reaching the upper atmosphere much more directly. And this creates the first visible sign of the event. Auroras begin spreading across the planet. Normally, auroras appear mostly near the poles. But now, glowing curtains of green, red, and purple light begin appearing across much lower latitudes. Cities that have never seen auroras before suddenly watch the night sky glow with moving waves of color. For many people, it would become one of the most beautiful sights in human history. But behind that beauty, something much more serious is happening. Satellites orbiting Earth are now exposed to much stronger radiation. Normally, Earth's magnetic field helps protect them from high-energy solar particles. Without that protection, some satellites begin experiencing electronic disruptions. Communication systems become unstable. Navigation systems lose accuracy. Some spacecraft temporarily shut down sensitive instruments to avoid damage. Now imagine the effect on GPS systems. Modern civilization depends heavily on satellites. Air travel, shipping, banking networks, internet timing systems, power grids. All of them rely on precise satellite synchronization. As radiation affects orbital systems, navigation becomes less reliable around the world. Now consider radio communication. The upper atmosphere contains a region called the ionosphere. This layer helps reflect and guide radio signals across long distances. When solar particles begin interacting directly with the atmosphere, the ionosphere becomes unstable. Some radio signals travel farther than normal. Others suddenly weaken or disappear. Long-distance communication becomes unpredictable. Now think about astronauts in orbit. Outside Earth's atmosphere, radiation exposure increases dramatically without magnetic protection. Space agencies would likely move astronauts into more shielded areas of spacecraft and stations. The amount of radiation received in one day would not be instantly fatal, but it would become a serious concern. Now imagine animal migration. Many species use Earth's magnetic field as a natural navigation system. Sea turtles sense magnetic patterns while crossing oceans. Birds use magnetic orientation during migration. Even some insects rely on Earth's magnetic field to navigate. Without it, many animals become temporarily disoriented. Migration paths shift. Behavior changes. Some species struggle to find direction at all. But because the event lasts only one day, most ecosystems would eventually recover. Now consider Earth's atmosphere itself. Earth's magnetic field helps protect the atmosphere from gradual erosion by the solar wind. Without magnetic protection, energetic particles collide more directly with atmospheric molecules. Fortunately, one day is far too short to strip away significant portions of the atmosphere. But the event would reveal something important. This process has already happened elsewhere in the solar system. Mars once had a much thicker atmosphere than it has today. But after losing its magnetic field long ago, the solar wind slowly stripped much of that atmosphere into space. Earth avoids that fate largely because of its magnetic field. Now imagine power grids on Earth. As solar particles interact more directly with the planet, electrical currents can form inside long conductive structures. Power lines become vulnerable. Some regions could experience electrical instability or temporary blackouts. Transformers might overload in certain areas. Engineers around the world would rush to protect critical infrastructure. Now consider the psychological effect on humanity. For one day, people across Earth would look into the sky and see something impossible. Auroras over deserts. Auroras above tropical oceans. Auroras stretching across cities that have never experienced them before. The night sky itself would look alive. At the same time, scientists would monitor satellites, radiation levels, and atmospheric changes around the clock. The entire world would become focused on a force most people normally never notice. Then, after 24 hours, Earth's magnetic field returns. The magnetosphere expands around the planet once again. Solar particles begin deflecting away from Earth. Satellites stabilize. Communication systems recover. Navigation systems become accurate again. Auroras slowly retreat back toward the poles. And life on Earth returns to normal. But humanity would never forget what it had witnessed. Because for one day, one of the planet's invisible defenses disappeared completely. And the event revealed something extraordinary. Earth's magnetic field silently protects life every second of every day. It shields the atmosphere, protects technology, guides animal migration, and helps preserve the conditions that make Earth a stable home for life. Right now, invisible magnetic lines continue stretching far into space around our planet, quietly protecting the world beneath them.